really weird in the Looney Tune universe. Just watching that gave me a headache. Alright, time for something that's not no way based off of real life, but hey, the hell with it. It's one of my favorite game series. So funny thing about this game, I actually started off very late. Like, if I can remember correctly, my first game that I played of this series was Band of Thieves. And it was dumb of me that I couldn't even get past, like, I think it was the 4th level? Not the museum, but it was the jungle. So years after, I got Sly 3, was terrified with a shark level, and eventually I became smart enough to realize that there was a game before both of those two. Even though it was obvious. So we're gonna go ahead and get into Sly Cooper 1. Or Sly Cooper and the Thevious Racoonus. Or Sly and the Thevious Racoonus. Hey, so
Sly! Come in! Sly! Do you read me?
You foolish raccoon. I've caught you red-handed.
2 and Sly 1. And then the one between Sly 3 and 2. You never seen more embarrassing aim than the stormtroopers. Okay, never mind. I take that back. You're probably a better shot than I expected.
You can't escape me, raccoon!
She's like a quarter the size bigger than that van.
Once again, my gang and I had given Inspector Carmelita Fox the slip. I was surprised to see how well she took it.
First,
Finally, the secret
that's not
police
how she
file I've been
looked.
searching for all these years.
It is what it isn't.
With this, I could avenge
Secondly,
my family and regain
why
possession
was
of
Sly's
this
logo
valuable treasure.
on that sign?
It all began when I was just a kid, bouncing
I'm
on my father's
nitpicking an
knee.
old game
You see,
because I
I
can,
come from
but
a long line of
that was just
master
something
thieves
that
who
came
kept all
across
the
my
secrets
mind.
of sneaking and stealing in an ancient book, the Thevious Racoonus. Anyone who read it learned to be especially sneaky, which is why we specialize in stealing from criminals. After all, there's no honor, no challenge, no fun stealing from ordinary people. You rip off a master criminal, and you know you're a master thief.
Heck yeah.
Well, on the night I was supposed to inherit the book, 5 visitors came unannounced to our door. My father fought to protect us, but the gang of villains known as the Fiendish Five overpowered him and ransacked our house until they found the Thevious Racoonus. Our family's manual of thieving greatness fell into their filthy hands.
Imagine having the flash sound for
each villain disappearing to the
the
farthest corners of
thundering.
the world to commit dastardly
And I mean
crimes.
like flash game thunder
Broken
noise
alone,
going
I was dumped at the town orphanage.
just like
There I
a
met
low
2 guys who
quality
became my
sound.
lifelong buddies and
I'm
trusted
gonna go ahead
crew.
and quit talking and
Bedlam,
let the game talk.
techno genius and strategist supreme, and Murray, part-time driver and full-time burden. Together we pledged to track down the Fiendish Five, avenge my father, and steal back the Thevious Racoonus. I knew I was about to face the toughest test of my life. On this mission, I would either become a master thief like my ancestors before me, or fail and allow my family name to bite the dust.
Murray, my man, he be eating a whole bunch of chips and stuff. Or something like that.
Oh, you won.
Just run off as soon as he offers you a chip.
The road trip gave me the time I needed to study up on Sir Raleigh the Frog.
Mr. Frogman.
As a young man, this hot-tempered frog grew bored of his life of luxury and privilege. On a whim, he tried his hand at a bit of piracy and found it to his liking. Raleigh, who quickly became addicted to crime, was brought into the Fiendish Five as chief machinist, where his evil tinkering genius rose to new heights. The last reported sighting of this mad machinist was off the soggy coast of the Isle o' Wrath, a small island uncomfortably situated in the middle of a perilous Welsh triangle.
We're getting into the Tide of Terror. Quite a fun time. This was like the first experience of past Sly games I noticed. Because in the third game there was like a show commentary that talked about the release of this game then, and this was the first bit of it that I saw from it. I mean, it was like this, but it was more of a low poly looking, no graphics.
Sly, I just spotted something that's going to complicate the mission. See that nasty looking gate? It blocks the only road leading into Raleigh's hideout.
No problem. I'll just use my climb move.
Okay, but remember, you can only climb on certain objects, like pipes and ropes.
Yeah, sure. And like that ladder there?
You know, the thing that bugs me for the whole ladder business just has to be like, I mean, yes, Sly can climb using his master thieving moves, but climbing a ladder seems basic for a lot of human efforts, or in this case, animal efforts. I mean, look at that. That doesn't look very hard. I guess jumping onto a ladder like that, though, would be a bit challenging.
Hold on, Sly. See those searchlights? One careless step and you'll be subjected to acute combustion.
You done whining? Let's go.
I'm just trying to keep you alive, partner. Nice job so far, Sly. To get over the next gate, you'll need to grab onto this hook
Bentley,
using your cane.
shut
Just
up.
jump and hit the circle button.
Got it. Jump and hit the circle button to grab onto hooks.
Sly's just so imagine being Sly, and instead of being interested or focused on the job, you're just constantly annoyed. Like, you just look like you're about to beat the heck out of whoever's getting ready to come in next. Okay, full blame on me. I'll take that one.
That blimp looks like the most secured location on this boat. If Raleigh's really as smart as his police files suggest, then that's where I'll find him.
Wonderful idea, but your plan is flawed.
Why?
Because it's impossible to get near him. To access Raleigh's blimp, you would have to sneak through that high voltage power tube. To do that without getting electrocuted, you'd have to destroy that power generator. And to do that, you'd need 2 more of Raleigh's treasure keys, which are heavily guarded.
Interesting. So when are you gonna get to the impossible part?
Fine, but I warned you.
I'm gonna do one of my bit more favorites of these just because I like this.
Those rats got pegged.
Raleigh appears to have booby-trapped this entire place.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Don't you get it, Sly? If you step on that rug, forget about becoming a master thief. You'll be a master dartboard.
Imagine Bentley's pure disdain with Sly wanting to just jump into a barrel like that. I'm gonna be full honest with you. What if I just decide to play all the levels? Like, boss, sure, I mean, we're gonna be doing that anyways, but I'm talking like full-blown.
So far, so good. I bet if you stayed still inside the barrel, the guard won't be able to see you, even if he shines his flashlight on you.
Well, we already took care of that, so thank you, Bentley, but we're all good. Sure, yeah, I can just jump into here and try to sneak past the guard like I did. But, and that's like the pinnacle for part of this game. I don't think that's all of it due to like what happens later in these, but it's definitely part of it. Alright. I'm acutely aware of the position of batails, but I mean, you can never be too careful when looking around for thems. Gotta love that dive roll. Makes part of this level easier. For speedrun, no. For effectiveness and Aggressive sneakiness? Yeah. You know, page retrieved.
Interesting. Old Sally Cooper's fast getaway raccoon roll. Stories claim she can move faster rolling than anyone else could on the run. Hold down the triangle button to use this move. Switch between your power-ups using L2 and R2.
Imagine like having that back in Sly 2 and 3. Or later in Sly 2 or 3. Okay, Beryl, I need your assistance. We must cross impossible odds together. Because upon the other side of this trench, we face our greatest adversary. Darts. So let's get it over with. Heck yeah. You showed that key what for, Sly.
Sly, see that machine wheel? If my knowledge of mechanical engineering serves me right, applying significant rotational torque to achieve maximum velocity will yield a positive result. Temperature's reading way off the charts in here. This must be the power source for the storm machine. Better close those furnace doors. Jump and press the square button. That'll slam them shut.
Bentley. Sly's a masochist. He wants to get burned.
Sly, see that machine wheel? If my...
Sly got that resistance to make it through that heat. Perfect enough for me. Now make it through. Here we go. Another real Sly moment. Okay, so look at him dancing. I died, but he was dancing. That's what matters. My question is why no guards ever say anything about those alarms going off. Like, yes, they have a mandatory stealth missions in later games, but still, I mean, you wouldn't think that they'd see the guy, the bosses. I don't know what I'm saying, man. Just totally did it. First time, first try. I'm the best. Listen to that Sneaky Boy theme. Oh, no, 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 no. I got them skills. I got the skills to run this bill. Shush. Hey, that was easy to get through. Smackaroo. This raccoon got the goop. Check that out. Check it out. But check it out. Key. And we're gonna do this stylish. key we just collected?
Astonishing! All my calculations led me to believe you had failed to knock out that generator. I found a way up to Raleigh's hideout, but unfortunately, it is doomed to failure.
You're not gonna tell me I have to shoot myself out of that cannon. Now you're talking.
You're really scaring me, man.
Money. He's gonna shoot himself out of a cannon. Hey, look at that, it's Mr. Frogman. People into inflation when their argument is invalid. He's dead. Con.
Raleigh's section of the Thevious Racoonus
It was a lot of fun then.
detailed instructions on how to perform my ancestor Ryoichi Cooper's ninja-spired jump.
Who's that in the background?
Developed while sneaking into the thick
Who's that in the background?
Japan. Finding a way off Raleigh's boat got a little tricky with the untimely arrival of Inspector Fox, who, failing to find me, busted Raleigh and his crew.
Hot chick with gun busts amphibious mouth.
With the storm machine out of commission, boats found their way back onto the ocean, and the mystery of the Welsh Triangle faded from memory. My gang and I loafed around England for a while, enjoying the pleasant weather, and then headed back home, excited for our next heist.
Remember when Murray and Bentley and Sly all lived in a,
Pinning your mission map up on the wall. You can use it to warp directly to any levels you've already visited.
when Murray, Bentley, and Sly lived in a caboose? Show off them moves, Murray. Okay, well, that does it for this episode of Sly Cooper and the Thevious Racoonus. If you guys like this, be sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit the subscribe button too. And with that being said, I shall see you all in the next one. This is Cybertronian Mobian, signing off.
What a load of bull.